Hello, I'm Sir Walter Mack Jr., the pastor of Union Baptist Church in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I just want to take a moment to strengthen you and to encourage you in these times. It was Charles Dickens who once said that these are the best of times and the worst of times. We're living in an age of wisdom and an age of foolishness. We're experiencing the epoch of belief and the epoch of incredulity. We're experiencing the season of light and the season of darkness, the spring of hope and the winter of despair. He says we have everything, yet we have nothing. And I want you to know that these are indeed the best of times and the worst of times. But I have come today to encourage you that regardless of the time in which you may find yourself, it's always a good time to worship God and to praise God, because God is always blessing us. These are times when our nation is in a crisis. There are wars and rumors of wars, and the families are under distress. Gas prices are high, and it is important for you to know that God is blessing us in the midst thereof. I am reminded of the word that's in Luke, the 8th chapter, right around that 40th verse, where there is the woman with the issue of blood. Because if anybody had a blessing, she had one. You know the story. When Jesus is on his way, he's passing through the land of the Gadarenes on his way to face that awful surgery that we call the crucifixion. He's traveling through the land, and a man by the name of Jairus shows up and interrupts Jesus and asks him to come and pray for his daughter. But while Jesus is on his way there, he gets interrupted by a certain woman with an issue of blood. Now I want you to know that this woman had been sick for 12 long years. Jairus' daughter was 12 years old. This woman had been sick for 12 long years. And don't you know that for 12 long years she had a bleeding, an issue of blood that no doctor, no medicine could fix, but yet she heard that Jesus was passing by one day. And don't you know that when Jesus passed by, she reached out and touched the hem, the border of his garment. And it was right there that she got her blessing. Listen, I found out that the best blessings in life are not the blessings that you can see, but sometimes it's blessings that you don't see. We think that blessings are always material, but sometimes it's just a blessing to have a peace of mind, to have joy in your spirit, and to have peace in your mind, and to have love in your heart. That's a blessing also. But what did this woman do to get the blessing that she received? Well, look at it. The word says that she reached out and touched the hem of his garment. Now listen, this woman, when she got her blessing, look at her posture. She's not standing on her own 2 feet. I know that because the word would have said she touched the shoulder of his garment or the sleeve of his garment. But when she got her blessing, she was down on her knees because she touched the hem of his garment. Listen, there is a connection between spending time on your knees and getting the blessings that God will have for your life. Prayer is a powerful tool. The word says that the effectual fervent prayer of the righteous man or woman availeth much. And we must spend time in prayer to get the blessing in our spirit that we need. Not only did she pray, but listen, she touched the hem of his garment. I once posed a question in my own study time. Why did she touch the hem, the H-E-M, and not the hem, the H-I-M? If I had been that close to Jesus, don't you know I would have touched the H-I-M? She touched the H-E-M. Why is that? Well, this woman was sick, but she wasn't out of her mind. She knew the Levitical law that said if any woman bleeding would touch a man while bleeding, she would be considered unclean, and he would also. She knew that they were already out to kill Jesus, so instead of touching the H-I-M, she touches the H-E-M. In other words, she gets blessed when she looks out for Jesus. And when she looks out for Jesus, he turns right around and looks out for her. Listen, if you want blessings in these times for which we live, always look out for Jesus. Look out for Jesus by attending a church somewhere regularly. Look out for Jesus by supporting and going to Bible study, paying your tithe and your offering, supporting the vision of your pastor. Look out for Jesus by loving the neighbor, loving the people around you. Whenever you look out for Jesus, he will always look out for you. He looked out for us when he died on Calvary and suffered that cross, but on the third day got up with all power in his hand. Keep on looking out for Jesus.